What's up guys, my name is Zero Heroes and welcome back to more Call to Arms Gates of Hell, and today I have another how-to for you today, or tutorial, and this is going on more from the engineer. So in the last couple of how-to videos I've kind of explained about what type of engineers are, and I've also shown you one of the things that the engineers can build, should I say. But today we're going to expand a wee bit further on this, and by the way, the engineers can build a lot, and this is just only from 2 men that can do quite a lot. Now if you go, I'm currently playing as a Finnish faction, but if you choose the doctrine, which is the defense one, which is the Leningrad siege I think it's called, if not then I'll just put a message right now just saying what it is. And in this case, when you go to kind of your specials, you can see you have your heavy engineers, which give you kind of more to play with it than your regular engineers. So with your heavy engineers, today we're just going to be going through the type of things that you can build and how you can build them, and therefore which will be done really quickly. So as you can see, we've got kind of some barbed wire set up, some sandbags, tank traps, even trenches. We've also got kind of like a box here, or a bunker I should say, which you can use for like your machine guns and your men, and also you can build a tank range, which is really good for most situations where you can where most tanks will kind of shoot into the trench area and miss your tank. So if you guys want to see kind of how to do these, then let me know in the comments down below what is your favorite kind of thing to put down from your engineers, or your placements, what kind of placements you like to put down from the engineers. But other than that, let's get straight on into the action. So with your engineers, you have multiple choice ones. So, and when you go down, when you click on the engineers, you want to go press this on the bottom right. You can see me hovering over emplacement options. When you press that, kind of the wee shovel, you can see you have a bunch of options which you can see, and as you can see, there's actually already one being used, which is the bunker, but the bunker is there, but there usually is another one which isn't there. So if you want to build, let's say, a trench, a barricade, let's say a simple barricade, then what you want to do is you want to left click on it, so that means it's highlighted at the bottom, and as you can see now that it is here. But let's say you kind of want to place it in a certain way, so that means you're facing kind of towards the enemy. So what you need to do is, as you can see, it's right here, and you need to left click, hold left click, which will kind of aim it towards the area that you want it to. So let's say you want to face it kind of towards this way or towards this way. As you can see, a wee arrow kind of going out saying which direction it's pointing. So hold left click, and once you're kind of happy with kind of where it's placed, what you want to do is or a quick way of doing it is just holding right click and just spinning it in an area you want to, which is actually the most effective way of doing it. And in this case, that means once you kind of have it in the direction you want, you just want to hold the right click and you kind of drag your mouse along, and as you can see, it builds more barricades, which will be good for your men, as you might have a large group of infantry. That means you can place more of your men in cover, which will be good. So if you just maybe want to put one sandbag down, hold left click and point in the area. But let's say you want to build more than one barricade, hold right click, put it in the position you want. There's kind of no wrong way of positioning it. You just point it in an area you want to, and then just hold right click and move your mouse along to build more. So that is kind of how you build a barricade. And interestingly enough, it goes, when you build a barricade, you want to build it, let's say we build about 4, and as you can see the other 2 here, which are kind of lightly highlighted, which will show you that it is not, that these have actually not been built yet. So all 4 of them are kind of slightly, not fully kind of up here, but as you can see now, they're kind of more prominent to see. And as you can see, these barricades do take quickly to build, so take that in mind when kind of building your different kind of barricades, that you can see that now they are fully kind of visible, whereas before they were kind of slightly visible. That means they're not built, and then once they're kind of fully built, you can see that's kind of a more clear way of showing it. And that goes for the same, by the way, that goes for the same for the barbed wires. Let's say you kind of want to just put one in and aim it as a single direction, just hold your left click and aim it. Or let's say you want to place more, just click on it as well, and then hold right click and then just move it along the area, and that kind of goes for kind of your trench, your large dig foxholes as well. The large foxholes are actually different in a way because you can only place one at a time, and the reason there's kind of like you can't build multiples because when you hold right click, or I should say sorry, when you hold left click, so you can't actually do the right click. You actually, with the trench or with a large trench, you actually have to hold left click and it will just point it in the direction, because you can't build more than one trench at once like you can with kind of the small barricades. So you can only do this with that, and as you can see now that will be built. And then this is the same as with your bunker as well. You just hold left click and you aim it in the direction you want to, and as you can see now it is being, or it will be built, or what should have been built. So that is how you use the barricades and how to basically sprawl them out effectively. And may I also suggest that when you do use your barricades, don't put them all on maybe one, because even though it can be quite good for defense, it could be vulnerable to mortar attacks. So maybe kind of spread them out, do kind of 2 here, and then maybe separate it and then put another 2 to the right side. And may I also, another addition I should add on is that the bigger that you put these emplacements down, the longer it'll take. So as you can see, kind of like the barbed wire and the barricade took seconds to build, and as you can see the trench is taking longer to build. So bear in mind when putting up defenses how long you have. Make sure you put down maybe the bigger ones first, because they take longer to build, and then maybe tell your other guys to build the barricades, which will take shorter time to build. So bear in mind in that. And as you can see, like, there's a wee yellow line there just below the soldier that tells you how far the build is on, and that is almost complete. So guys, that is how you use the trenches, the barricades, the barbed wires, tank traps, and everything on how to use it. And like I said, there's the only thing that changes between it is that the trench, you can only, like, big placements that you have to build, maybe like trenches or tank trenches or bunkers, you just hold left click and you point in the direction you want, and then it builds and then let go. Or you can use the smaller ones like the barbed wires, the barricades and tank traps. That's all the same movement, where you just, if you want to just put one, then you hold left click and put it the direction you want, or if you want to build more than one, you hold right click, you drag your mouse along, and therefore you have a lot more barbed wire and barricade and tank traps to kind of put up your defenses with. So guys, there we go. That is how you use those placements for engineers. And if you do like what you see, then make sure you hit the like button. Tell me what you'd like to see next in the how to do video. If you found this helpful, then again, make sure you leave a like. And this, I would say, this is kind of for beginners who are maybe new to the game, also maybe to veteran viewers or veterans of the game who might not still know how to use these properly. So I hope this really helped, and let me know what other how-to videos you'd like me to see me do. But other than that, guys, I'd like to just thank you so much for watching and our support, and I will see you in the next video. See you later, and goodbye.